It's hard trying to be a better person. But that becomes even harder when we compare ourselves with other people. When really, the truth is, we just need to focus on ourselves. And that's all that truly matters in this world. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy back with another video. As always, if you guys are new, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. And make sure to leave a like and to comment down below any suggestions, if any type of topics that you guys have for me, and I'll greatly appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. In the modern world, self-improvement has become sort of a corporate business industry. Somewhere along the way, the art of self-improvement became more of an idea, and it got hijacked, and is now just trying to be as perfect as possible. We've turned self-improvement, rather than being a focused routine, a schedule, a lifestyle, into a competitive sport. So I decided to take it upon myself to actually talk about the art of self-improvement. It's a messy and difficult process, but it's one of genuine growth, and the reward is so much better. I'm gonna cover the grounding blocks of how to build a better life, but also talking about one of the biggest factors that kill self-improvement, which is comparison. When we decide to change our lives, we almost instantly become energetic, right? It's like New Year's resolution. You go hard on day one and you think everything is going fine. You promise yourself you're gonna read a book or work out 6 times each week or whatever, daily workouts, routines, stuff like that. And ultimately we fall short, not even making it to next week. Is when you try to change everything, you actually end up changing absolutely nothing. The truth about self-improvement isn't actually changing things drastically. It's about building habit. It's about building discipline, micro changes in our day-to-day lives. Things like eating less food, even if it's just 100 calories less, or maybe simply just reading a book for 5 minutes instead of 0 that you were doing before. But as long as you're making these changes at a steady pace and becoming better, even if it's just 1% tomorrow, you're making a change, and over time that habit will build into something so much bigger than where it was when it started. And when we build that habit, the truth is we can't expect results immediately. We need to train our brain to know that we can do these things over time, and that we're gonna regulate our brains to do these activities and to improve it after some time. The reality is that true growth is like compound interest. It grows over time. Brings us to our second concept, which is identity-based growth. The truth is, most people, when they do self-improvement, focus on the end result. They focus on the outcome. But the truth is, these are good goals, yes, but they don't focus on who you are. They focus on what you want to be. And we need to focus on who we are, our strengths, and what we can build off of. The problem with self-improvement in focus of goals or outcomes is that we almost feel like we're failing every time until we reach the goal, which is negative self-improvement. Once you reach the goal, your motivation just vanishes, and it's almost like you go back to where you were, and it's entirely not built off of discipline and perseverance and determination. Instead of being obsessed with the outcome, switch that to your identity. Do not focus on the reward. Focus on building the habit. Focus on the process. Focus on who you are and how you can slowly change who you are. We need to shift our perspectives from, I want to do this because this is what I want to achieve. No, we need to change that to, I want to do this because this is who I am. In turn, you stop forcing yourself to do things, but it becomes a habit, so you start living by them. But now, let's talk about the biggest killer of all time. You open up an app on your phone and you see someone else's successful life, and suddenly your life just crashes. There's a famous quote by Theodore Roosevelt, or attributed to Theodore Roosevelt, that goes along the lines of, comparison is the thief of joy. In today's society, I would like to think that comparison isn't just stealing our joy, but it's also stalling our progress. It kind of puts a pause on that because we almost feel disgusted with ourselves and we feel like we're not good enough. The fundamental flaw of human psychology is that we scroll through social media or someone else's posts. We compare our daily lives to these people's highlights. Only you know about your own struggles, your afflictions, your trials and tribulations, right? But when we go on social media and we see other people's posts online, we're not seeing those problems. We see a finished product. We see this edited life that cuts out all the bad parts. The truth is, it's an unfair comparison. We're comparing our lives, our genuine raw lives, to an illusion of someone else's. So you should stop comparing your life to someone else's. The truth is, you're comparing your first chapter to someone's like chapter 100, right, of their life. You know, we don't know where they started, but they're only highlighting the good parts or their success. As a result of this comparison, two negative things happen. The first one is doubt. You say things along the lines of, why even try? I'll never amount to anything. I'll never be good enough. So you quit without ever having let yourself try and growing from it. And the second thing that happens is envy, jealousy. You begin to resent someone for their almost picture-perfect life. You resent their successes or their achievements or what they've done. But the truth is, that actually hurts you a lot more than it hurts them. The solution to comparison is actually quite simple, but it's still pretty difficult to cure. The answer is to not compare yourself to others. And the only person that you can compare yourself with is you, your past self, your yesterday. You can only compare yourself to the person that you were yesterday. Were you just a little bit more active than you were yesterday? Did you eat just a little bit less than you were yesterday? Did you sleep just a little bit more than you did yesterday? You know, things like that. You compare yourself by making progress to strive to be better. But it's not just you, your person yesterday that you compare yourself to. It's a week ago, 6 months ago. You know, you probably had a situation 6 months ago, right? Or maybe a year ago. Did you handle the situation that you had now a lot better than the situation that you had a year ago, right? It's supposed to help you learn to be better over time. And this is truly the only comparison that matters. And nothing else truly matters. So now that we've cleared up the problem of comparison and a solution for comparison, let's talk about a tool for the best growth possible. And that is designing your environment. Many of us may think that we need a strong willpower in order to be a better person. But if we rely on willpower and willpower alone, eventually we will get tired and we will fall. The best way to improve instead of willpower is environment. Not just physical environment, right? But we can change digital environments in order to help us build good habits. And there are so many examples that I could give you about changing your environment, physically and digitally. But I think that you could think of a few from your personal life. And if that comes to mind, just think how you can change that. How you can physically change that, digitally change that. Like if you're first thing that when you do when you wake up in the morning is get on your phone, you can change that in some way. But it's up to you, right? If you want to make that change, then make a good habit of not getting on your phone at first thing in the morning. Stop trying just to willpower your way through your crappy environment. Instead, you should build a better environment that will help you rather than hurt you. Self-improvement isn't just the end goal. It isn't just the destination that you arrive at. You won't just wake up and magically one day you would have achieved your goal. Or you would say that, oh yeah, I've achieved my goal, I'm perfect, I won't ever have to do this ever again. Self-improvement is an art form. And like art, we have to practice, we have to learn, and we have to build a schedule of doing these things so that we don't get rusty, right? We have to go out and try to show others how to improve as well, so we learn along with others. It's about building small habits that will have huge impacts in the long run. Focusing on yourself, changing your perspective, changing your environment, tuning out all the negativity and all that type of stuff, and just focusing on yourself and appreciating yourself, and most importantly, loving yourself. Love and appreciate yourself, even on the days that you stumble, even on the days when you fail, even on the days when you feel like you're a horrible, disgusting piece of waste. Because sometimes that's happened to me before as well. But we need to learn to accept that. Know that just because we failed one day doesn't have to stop our progress, doesn't have to stop our growth, doesn't have to stop our improvement. And we need to learn to come over that obstacle, say, okay, I failed this day. I promised myself 100 days I'm not going to fail. Something like, that might be a little extreme. To some people, obviously, it's all about discipline. And even if you fail the next day, learn to just not quit, to keep on trying to be better every single day, improving upon yourself even from just one day ago. And that, my friends, wraps up the video. And I want to know something from you guys. In the comments down below, please tell me a small habit that you think that you're going to implement in your life, or you've implemented in your life, and what you've learned from that, or what you want to achieve from that. Obviously, I've talked about how, the end goal is something that can motivate you, but you shouldn't obsess over the end goal, but it can be another tool to help you out. So I just really hope that this video helped you guys out in some sort of way. Again, it's helping me out too. I'm trying to focus on myself as well. we gotta learn to love each other, right? And focus on building a strong community with one another. So I really do appreciate you guys for watching. If you're new to my channel and you have just found this video, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. And yeah, if you have any other topics, again, leave it in the comments down below. Any suggestions that you have for me, and I will be glad to read them, to do a video on them. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. Peace out.